Good morning, everybody. It is day 46 of the suffering. I'm going to start off with 5 minutes of cardio, and then I'm going to get into my chest workout. I am so incredibly sore this morning. My biceps and triceps are sore. My traps and shoulders are sore. Uh, I know my legs are going to be sore, but it hasn't kicked in yet. But I know it's coming. So I'm going to start, like I said, with 5 minutes of cardio, get my blood warmed up, or get my muscles warmed up, get my blood flowing, and then try to see if I can get me a really good chest workout this morning, get a chest pump, and see how that goes. I'm enjoying this 2-a-day split right now. Waking up this early and working out kind of sucks, to be honest. Not because what I'm doing sucks, it's just because waking up early to an alarm clock sucks. I'd much rather sleep in until I woke up on my own naturally. But that's just not plausible having a job, so it is what it is. Make the best of it. But I do enjoy cutting the workouts down because, like yesterday, working out my calves and abs in the morning, I was able to fully focus on my calves and my abs and not have to stress about anything else. And then when I got home and I started working out my quads, I just fully focused 100% on my quads and nothing else. I didn't care about what was coming next. Oh, well, I have to do calves, then I also have to do abs, then I have to do cardio, and I have all this stuff I have to do still, and it's gonna be a long night, and gotta make sure I have enough energy to finish everything. Nope. Took care of the small stuff in the morning, so at night it was just, man, get at it. Just get to it. Just tear the legs up as hard as you can, the quads, and you don't have to worry about nothing else. And that's basically what I want to be doing this morning. I can't train my chest nearly as hard as I could train my back. So my chest workout's a lot faster. It's a lot simpler. But I don't have to worry about working out anything else with my chest this morning. And then tonight is going to be back. So I could really go hard on my back tonight, because I don't have to worry about training anything else about my back. It allows me to free up my mind of worrying about what comes next and the fatigue and making sure I have enough energy. Just, hey, if I want to go so hard on this one exercise, I'm gassed the rest of the night, it's okay because I'm training my back the rest of the night. So if I can't go crazy hard on every movement, I can get one really hard, aggressive movement, and then I can get through the rest of it the best that I can get through it with the rest of my energy. I don't have to conserve or hold anything back. It's the thing, I can always tell my energy levels are at their absolute lowest the day after leg day. So regardless of how I train, what routine I do, and what I'm training before or after, the day after leg days are always the worst. Thursdays and Sundays, I'm always the most exhausted and tired because how much legs take it out of me. I train legs pretty aggressively. Plus, it's just a really big leg muscle. It's a really big muscle, really big movements. This takes a lot of energy to do. No excuses though. Kind of thinking about taking some caffeine in the morning, but then it's man, I wake up at 5 a.m. and then by the time I'll get done working out, because I wake up at 5, I come straight out here. So by the time I even get done working out is when the caffeine will start kicking in. It takes about an hour for caffeine to start working for me. So the only way that would work is if I set an alarm clock for 4, and then I woke up, took caffeine, went back to sleep, got up at 5, and then came out here. then it would be in my system. By the time I did the cardio would help get it through my system. It's all right. Just have to tap into a little something else inside you. Let's hit a drop set on these. That was good, but that wasn't good enough. I don't feel like that was the end. I don't feel like that was enough. I'm gonna pick the tempo up now too. Let's move a little bit faster. Drop it again. Let's cut it down to 20. Now, let's change the range of motion. Ooh, yeah, I felt good. Let's hit this with a rest pause. I'll do 10 breaths. Change up the tempo as well. Let's do a drop and go 8 breaths. Again, keep the tempo a little bit faster now. Ooh, that felt good. That felt real good. Yeah, Friday night chest routine is pretty simple. Well, Friday morning now, since this is my morning workout, but it's all just cables. Started with low cables, high cables, and then middle cable crossover. It's just a lot of cable work. This on Monday, it's a dumbbell press, incline dumbbell press, pec deck. And the only reason why it's pec deck is because I don't have any decline pressing movements. I want to buy a decline iso press, so that way I can have something specifically just for the lower chest besides low cable crossovers. Now with this, I do take it slow. I still get a stretch, and I still kind of control it with the heavier weights because, well, I don't want to tear my pec. So this is something I have to be very cautious and mindful of. So these slow negatives and these hold it's, this is a safety precaution. So I can gauge how the muscle is working through the whole entire movement. Because like I told you on a previous video, I can't really gauge how that pec feels during the movement. It just like feels like nothing, and then it's just all of a sudden it's done, like a cramping tightness, like it's about to cramp up. So this is just to gauge how it's feeling. That's why I like to do this with the heavier loads. Now with the lighter loads, I can get away with doing quicker reps. Drop it by 10. I'm enjoying doing drop sets right now. Drop sets and rest pause are going to be a big thing of what I do right now. I'll throw in some supersets and some negatives and some some racks, some other stuff here and there, but for the most part, drop sets and rest pause are going to be the main addition to making the set super difficult. But that's not going to be guaranteed every time. Sometimes I'll just do a straight set. Like next time I do this, I'll just do straight sets all the way through. I won't do the rest pause and the drop sets because I don't want my body to get used to it. So I don't want my body to be like, oh, we're always doing this. So next time I do this, I'm probably just going to do straight sets all the way through and be done. One, give my chest a break. And then two, allow it to get something different. So it might be the same movements, but it's going to be a different style. So it's going to hit the muscle differently, easier, more relaxed, not nearly as aggressive. So whenever I come back to do this, the body doesn't know what to think. I'm going to use that Arnold Schwarzenegger logic or principles, should I say. Oh, that feels so good. Whew. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to use that principles from the Joe Weider and Arnold Schwarzenegger and all that stuff from back in the day. Pretty much the whole muscle confusion thing. Keep it guessing. Don't let the body get used to it. This thing is in the way, right under the lighting. Not too bad of a pump for not having nothing in me. All right, I need to go eat breakfast. I put the muscle groupings I did in the mornings for the exact reason of what I did. I couldn't wake up in the morning at 5 a.m., go straight out to the gym and start lifting as hard as I need to lift for my back. Fresh out of bed, no caffeine, no food, nothing like that. I couldn't do that for my legs either. It'd be really hard also for my shoulders. Not for my shoulders, I meant for my arms. So doing that for my chest, which is a weak area of mine, and then my shoulders and traps, which are small muscles, and then the calves and abs, it just makes it doable to be able to get in there and train it hard enough to get a good pump, get a good workout, stimulate the muscle, and cause it to have enough stress to grow without having to like need a whole ton of energy, and not needing to drink a bunch of caffeine and be super hyped up to be able to train like that is also one of the reasons why I picked those muscles, because like training my legs, I could train my legs without caffeine or any type of stimulant. Same thing for my back and my arms, but I couldn't train them as hard as I needed to. I couldn't train them as aggressively as I needed to. That's definitely for sure. I think being more awake and having more food in me throughout the day, having more water in me. That's another thing too, hydration. All night long, I'm not drinking anything or eating nothing, so when I wake up in the morning and I have to urinate once throughout the night, then wake up and urinate again in the morning. Even if I down a bottle of water first thing in the morning, it's not going to get in me fast enough, and I don't have the sodium with it to be able to pull it into the tissue to be hydrated enough for the joints and the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments to train a crazy hard workout like what I would do for my back, my arms, and my legs. But it's not the case for those smaller muscles. I can get away with that. Now, what I could do is I could wake up at 5 and I could eat my oatmeal and my eggs, allowing myself to have time to wake up and get something in me. But the whole time I'm working out, it's going to be digesting. It's not going to be in my blood with a protein. Well, I said then I can do a protein shake after my workout, like I do right now in the evenings. I eat, and then my final meal at work, and then I come home, I work out, and then I do my protein shake after my workout. So what I could do is I could eat this and then do a protein shake afterwards. Or I could do a protein shake first, get it in my system really fast, have something in me, and then eat my breakfast. I don't know if there would be a better way of going about which order I should do it in, but I know that the eggs and the oatmeal will literally just be digesting in me the whole entire time I'm working out. I don't think it'd really be absorbing. So if I ate it an hour before, then it'd be absorbing and I'd be utilizing it during the workout. But while I was working out, I think it would just be digesting and not absorbing. But who knows? But then again, it's like, well, I could wake up and have a small cup of coffee, like 4 ounces of coffee with my breakfast, and then get on the Stairmaster for about like 5-10 minutes. And then I won't have to worry about eating after my workout, so I could have that extra time after the workout. And I could say, well, let me wake up 10 minutes earlier. Let me wake up at 4:50 so I could eat breakfast, have 4 ounces of coffee, spend 10 minutes on the Stairmaster instead of 5 minutes to get that coffee in me and get that food in me, and then work out. And I could probably have a much more aggressive, better workout because I'd be more awake and I'd have food in my stomach. So I don't know. There's a lot to think about. But I think I'll go further into it when I'm off of the cut in August. In August, I might actually do that. Wake up 10 minutes earlier, eat my food with some coffee, and then work out, and then have a protein shake. And be an easy way for me to get more calories too and get more protein while I'm going into a bulk. Okay, my food's done. I'm gonna go ahead and eat, guys, and get this food down.